Well, hello there, Amanda. Here is our podcast, and what a podcast it is.
Tribal Drama is beating for First World Problems, the kids edition. Kids have meltdowns over the strangest things, and there's no reasoning with them. So you could be at the shops. One kid had a meltdown because her mother wouldn't buy her women's razors.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
You also brought to the table a story about the Four Tops singer that was taken to hospital.
He had some chest pains. He gets taken to hospital. He made the mistake of saying, you might need to get some security around me because I might be recognised.
Because I'm kind of a big deal.
They put him in a straitjacket and took away his belongings and arranged a psych assessment.
Kate Middleton, who doesn't need a psych assessment but is the subject of That's Entertainment with M. Gillespie, that's coming up.
Yes, and pub test, COVID. Oh, COVID. I keep calling Vivid COVID. I said to someone on the weekend, my son's off to see COVID.
Nice.
Vivid, does it pass the pub test?
I've had enough of that, quite frankly. Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda,
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you going?
Happy Monday. I'm going well. What an action-packed weekend.
What did you do?
Oh, I did so much. I can't remember. Vivid on Saturday night. That was good. I enjoyed that. I was on the Captain Cook cruise.
Oh, how lovely. My son was on that.
Well, I took Mum for Mother's Day. She said, I'd like to go and see Vivid on that Captain Cook cruise.
And was it great?
Yeah,
Liam said it was terrific.
Liam was on the same boat, but we
Yeah.
didn't see each other.
He saw you from a distance,
Yep.
but there were lots of people, and by the time he's kind of looked again, that life had moved on and you weren't there.
Yeah.
You were at the front saying, I'm king of the world.
It was very good. People were upset about the drones show being cancelled. I forgot all about the drone show. So when the announcement came out, we're cancelling the drone show, everyone went, oh. And I went, what's this drone show?
But a lot of people were disappointed, but it's no one's fault. The conditions weren't right.
conditions.
And I know people were upset they left it till the last minute to say so, but you have to make sure that, well, can we go ahead and at the last minute for safety purposes? No, we can't.
I was looking up at the Harbour Bridge, and you know I'm a big Harbour Bridge perv.
That's why you can't go on it anymore.
I'm a Luna Park perv as well. Interesting with Luna Park, during Vivid, they dulled the face. So the face wasn't all lit up.
Because it would draw attention away.
I don't know. I looked at it. I thought, why is Luna Park's face
Or maybe
all
it's
dark?
not dulled. Maybe it's just the other things are so bright.
Well, maybe it's always been about Luna Park and its big gurning face. And they thought, well, why don't you have the night off?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Stop your gurning.
I was looking up at the Harbour Bridge, and interesting, I thought, it's always been grey, that one colour, for all its time.
Except for the week of Vivid.
Yeah,
then
with
they
the
project
lights
all
and
these
stuff, and then
incredible imagery
stands
onto
out.
it.
Then on the weekend newspaper, I was reading this letter to the editor from Cole of Padstow, who writes, how about we change the colour of the Harbour Bridge? He's sick of it being grey all the time.
Is a bridge grey for a reason? Is that sort of the colour it has to be for weather conditions?
Interesting thing you say there, because the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, that orange colour apparently was the undercoat, and San Franciscans enjoyed the colour of the red, the orange, and they stuck with it as that.
Because that's probably the only bridge I can think of that isn't grey.
Yeah. But what colour would you make the Harbour Bridge? What colour would it be if you were to do it?
You know what? You know what would make everyone happy?
Yep.
The rainbow.
Put a rainbow.
Everyone's favourite colour would be in there and no one would ever
We'd
complain.
take great pride in that too, wouldn't we?
Let's put a cat amongst the pigeons
Feed that
and
back to
paint it that
TGB
colour.
and Peter Dutton right now.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I don't know, maybe that's something we could canvass throughout the show today, because we have an action
Canvas.
show.
I like your pun.
A canvas colour, very good. Oh,
A
it's
canvas
pun.
colour, meaning like a
Yeah, for sorry,
painting.
I just did a pun and I didn't even know
No, you
it.
didn't. A canvas isn't a colour.
Well, canvas is you paint on the canvas.
Yeah.
I know the genius of myself.
You've brushed it aside.
Okay. You know.
Are you finding palatable? I can keep going.
Okay, well, must you?
Yeah.
Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1 for you all. What kind of drink is a cold brew?
Jam Nation. We have the Magnificent Seven for you. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Actually, what colour would you like to see the bridge painted, Brendan?
I think grey. I don't like change.
You've gone through all the paint charts and you...
I just think it...
You don't want pistachio cream or one of those new paint chart names.
You know, what's the problem with the world? That's the problem. Just grey. Give me grey. Grey's in. Everyone loves grey.
Oh, your hair and everything.
But it's about getting question 7 right. Darren's in Quakers Hill.
Hi, Darren.
Good morning, Jonesy. Good morning, Amanda. How are you this morning?
Right.
What colour would you paint the Harbour Bridge?
I don't know. Nice blue would be nice.
Nice blue. But there's a whole range of blue. Do you want duck egg blue? Do you want dark blue?
Electric blue. Electric blue, definitely.
Blue.
Electric blue. That's kind of sexy.
We'll put it on the list and we'll let the people know.
Yeah, we'll run it past infrastructure.
What kind of drink is a cold brew, Darren?
That would be a cold coffee.
It is, yes.
Which famous comedian performed in Sydney last night?
Someone I've never actually watched an episode of, but that would be Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Gemway Ryan was there last night. What was your report, Ryan?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Okay, lovely. Question 3. Let's play
Rolling review.
The not-so-secret sound. Duh. What sound is this, Darren?
It's not my heart when I see Amanda in the morning.
Would that be horses running?
It is.
Galloping?
Right, yeah, right.
Thank you. Now, this is multiple choice for you. One of the most successful commanders of World War II was Bernard Montgomery, and he had a curious way of flirting. Which of these tactics did he use? A, did he draw diagrams in the sand of how he'd deploy tanks in future war? B, he'd send love letters via his personal messenger pigeon. Or C, he'd integrate military speak in the bedroom. Notable examples include fire in the hole, let's open up a new front, and honourable discharge. Do you think, Darren, that it's A, B or C?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'll try B.
No, he wouldn't send love letters via his personal messenger pigeon, no.
Not at all.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Although the Harbour Bridge is shrouded in darkness at the moment, we're just doing a mini poll. Cole Barry of Padstow has written into the newspaper today, or the other day, saying that our landmark bridge deserves a better colour.
You know, in the darkness, is there some sort of fluorescent something it could be? So 24 hours a day it's shining brightly.
You suggested possibly a rainbow colour because that's nice.
Everyone would be happy because everyone's favourite colour would be in there.
We've so far had electric blue as a colour for the Harbour Bridge. I'm traditional. I like the grey. Just stick with the grey. It's easy peasy.
I think something fluoro.
Fluoro.
Let's get the moths around it.
High vis. Jackie's in Ingleburn.
Hello, Jackie.
Hello, how are we?
Good.
Jackie,
what colour would you like for the bridge?
I think a nice duck egg blue.
A duck egg blue.
Okay, we're going all blue.
Yeah. And that way we get sick of it in a few years and have to do it all over again. The colours come and go.
Blue, though, when you get a rust stain on the blue, it really stands out.
Speaking from your underpants. Question number 4 for you, Jackie. Montgomery, who was one of the most successful commanders of World War II, had an unusual way of flirting. Did he, A, draw diagrams in the sand about how he'd deploy tanks in a future war? Or B, in the bedroom, would he say things like fire in the hole, let's open up a new front, and honourable discharge?
I reckon it's A.
It is A. Imagine on the beach with him. You start to draw diagrams in the sand now. Good on you. Good on you, Monty.
Are we going over the top or are we going over the top?
So someone's got crabs.
Around the world, rock the baby and walk the dog are all tricks performed with what, Jackie?
String or wool.
No, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking of Cat's Cradle. That's not this.
No. Well, you did rock the baby and you could do, rock the baby.
No, but not,
Yeah, right.
I think she's thinking of the game you'd play when you have string around your hands.
John's in Picton.
Hello, John.
Good morning, Amanda, Jonesy.
Harbour Bridge colour for you, John?
Electric blue, I'll go with that.
Okay.
The blues.
The blues.
Well, yeah, actually, that's true. State of origin and all.
We'll put it to Minzy.
Around the world, rock the baby, walk the dog, are tricks performed with what?
Yo-yos.
Yo-yos.
The Grassy Knoll is an infamous site associated with which historical event?
The which, sorry?
The Grassy Knoll.
It's associated with which historical event? What happened at the Grassy Knoll?
Can I have a clue?
Well, dude.
Well, it's one of the most famous historical events in the world.
Yeah.
Happened in the 60s.
Oh, Woodstock?
No. Sorry, John.
Justin's in Borkham Hills.
Justin, colour for the bridge?
I'd go black, white and blue for the Sharks.
I like that. Actually, that would work out quite well.
Okay. The grassy knoll is associated with which historical event?
JFK?
Yeah, the assassination of JFK.
Which 4-time Olympic swimmer has just announced their retirement, Justin?
Libby Triggett?
No, she retired some time ago.
She did. James is in Ashfield.
Hello, James.
Hey, how you going?
Very well. What colour for the bridge?
I'll go the Blues, yeah.
Well,
All right,
it's all
everyone
blue.
wants blue. That's good.
Right.
So who has retired? It's a she, just announced her retirement, a 4-time Olympic swimmer. Her sister got through.
Kate Campbell.
Kate Campbell, very emotional scene. She's missed out. Her sister
So where did
Bronte's
she
going.
where did she come in the trial?
She finished 7th in the 50-metre freestyle. Her sister
isn't
Bronte's there. Well, Emma McKeon didn't make it. They're so hard.
Yep, Cody Simpson.
He's going back to the entertainment industry.
You can always fall back on the entertainment industry. I like that. Congratulations to you, James. You've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming your way. $250 to spend at Winnings Online. Shop Winnings, world-leading appliance and lifestyle brands. End of financial year sale is on now, by the way. Dinner to the value of $150 at Hurricanes Grill. Delicious ribs at Castle Hill, Circular Quay, Brighton Le Sands and Piermont. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach, shoes, fit to colour in, and Sustainable Pencils. James, anything you'd like to add?
No, thanks very much. Have a great day.
Carry on,
James.
mate. We'll put your suggestions for the colour of the harbour bridge to the people that matter.
It's so hard for those swimmers who didn't make it. I really feel for them.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You're live on the air. Live and kicking. It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
All right, I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1988, the Travelling Wilburys, Travelling Wilburys released their hit Handle with Care. The band is known for being star-studded. And this song, Handle with Care, kicked it all off. Producer Jeff Lynne was working with George Harrison and Roy Orbison. At the same time, Harrison was thinking of starting a band. Well, haven't you already been in one? So who else do you ask to join? You flick through your Rolodex and you get Bob Dylan and Tom Petty, of course. But they couldn't find a studio to record in, because why would they? They've got no superpowers between them. Dylan offered up his cardboard box-filled garage.
What would Bob Dylan have in his garage, I wonder?
Boxes, apparently. And the label that was often on those cardboard boxes was
This Side Up?
Handle with Care.
Naturally.
So next time you're swooning over all these lyrics.
Right, okay. I don't think anyone's swooned over the Wilburys.
Not for some time.
I don't think anyone's ever swooned over them.
No, medically handle them with care, maybe.
Well, I think 2/3 of them are dead.
Yeah. This side up, indeed. Let's play it, shall we, before we slag them off anymore.
What a fitting tribute.
Jam Nation.
Living life vicariously through Gem Y. Rye and your comprehensive report on Seinfeld show last night.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Do you want to expand on that?
No.
I had a friend of mine that was going to go to the show last night. He was all pumped. I'm going to go and see it, go and see it. And then discovered at the last minute it wasn't at the ICC Theatre, it was at Kudos Bank Arena. And I said to him, well, and then he said, I'm not mentally prepared to go to Kudos Bank Arena in the afternoon. And he's right about that. With Kudos Bank Arena, there is a whole song and dance with that joint when you go to see a show there.
Well, to see a show, you want song and dance.
But, you know, it drives me crazy, that place. You cannot park a car for love or money. There's acres and acres of parking space, but you can't park.
Well, if you do park and you get there early and you're up the top, then everyone else leaves. You're the last to get out.
Yeah, you're
it's
just
very stressful.
choking on exhaust fumes.
It's very stressful. You're right. You do have to gear up for it. It's an event before you get to your event.
Motorcycle parking there's really good. You got a motorbike, you rip right in there.
Yeah, but that's not most of us.
Yeah, exactly. But so he was just saying that I'm not mentally prepared. This has come at the wrong time for me. I'm not mentally prepared to go to Kudos.
But even people who live near it sort of struggle a bit.
If you lived in Homebush, you couldn't park at Kudos. Even to get there would take you 5 hours. Honestly, I hate that place. I just hate it. It just, I saw Guns N' Roses there once, and that was fantastic. That was the best show ever. And I feel for Jerry for, looking out in the crowd, and there might have been that little my mate size hole in the crowd. But I think you'd understand. There was a Seinfeld episode about getting home on a Sunday night and just relaxing.
All right.
You just want to relax. You don't want to deal with Kudos Bank Arena on a Sunday afternoon. That place is a hellhole.
Why aren't shows on the weekend? Sunday is one thing, and even that's hard for people like us to get up early. But why are most concerts, most shows, midweek? I'm trying to get to see Chris Stapleton, my favourite country performer. I love Chris Stapleton.
Mm-hmm.
It's during the week. All the nights are during the week. So you know what I'm doing? My brother wants to go too. He lives in Brisbane.
Yep.
He's performing in Brisbane on a weekend, so I'm going to fly to Brisbane so I can see him and hang out with my brother and see him on a weekend. It's too hard for me to see things during the week.
I dare
Why
say
are they all during the week?
It's easier to go to Brisbane to see a show than it is here at Kudos Bank Arena.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's less hassle for me to get on a plane and get there and go to Brisbane.
But it was a great show.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Sorry for the Jonesy friend-shaped hole, Jerry.
Sorry, Jerry, you'll understand.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
And I've always said that social media is the devil's work. And each day another story comes through and I think, well, this is true. A woman has sparked debate after she warned men she will dob them in if they like her bikini photos. Madison Lieberworth took to social media warning her male followers, if you like one of her bikini photos or selfies and you're in a relationship, she will tell your girlfriend. I'm not one to play, says Madison. I will tell your girlfriend that you liked my story.
So who are the photos for? She's putting up pictures of herself in a bikini for women's eyes only? Or for men to look at it but don't press like? Or for single guys only?
I think you'd be a bit of a dill of a man to like a picture of a woman in a bikini. I'll just say that.
Let me just start with this. I think you're a dill of a woman if you think you can control. You put a photo out there and you then curate the response.
Yeah.
Once it's out there, it's publishing. And you cannot be responsible for how people respond to it. This is what you have to tell your kids. Once you put that stuff out there, you can't say, I'm only putting it out there for nice people. Sorry, everyone sees it. Yeah. And she's so naive. And how's she going to find out if people in relationships? What an exhausting woman.
She's going to be knocking on the door.
So do you think if you are, like, for example, you, if you see a picture of a girl in a bikini, you'd look at it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't like it. That's crazy.
I refuse to like it.
I refuse to like it.
You mean like in the social media sense?
Well, one of my daughter's friends has a business. She's got a bikini business. It's called, I forgot the name of it. She's going to shoot me for it. Pink Koala Bikinis or something like that. And so, and I'm, what?
You better find out that you will get in trouble.
It's a legitimate business.
Yes. Pink Koala is an unusual name.
Is it? Hang on. Let me just go through my search history.
And like.
Yeah, so it's called, let me find it. It's called Pink Koala Cozzies.
Okay, great. Now we know.
Anyway, there's a plug for that.
Yes.
But she's a young lady. She's going out on her own. She's making a business.
And you want to support her.
And I've known her since she was a kid at school.
So
now she's in her mid to late 20s.
Yeah, and pictures of her in a cozzie or other people in
Yeah. So I never like those pictures. And Romany says, Dad, don't even look at those pictures. Don't even.
What are you going to do?
I like Sam. I think she's nice. I think she's got a good business. I'd like to see her business thrive.
I see more of a business.
It's
fraud. It is fraud.
It's not like that at all.
It's so hard to wonder what to do. You know what I keep seeing is girls who are at the gym, not in real life, I don't go to that kind of gym, but girls on social media who are filming guys looking at them at the gym. It's almost like clickbait. It's saying, I'm dressed like this. How dare a guy look at me at the gym? Or there are girls now who'll put a phone in their back pocket facing out and then they can see the guys who turn and look back at them. Oh, someone's a little worried. Does that upset you, Brendan?
Where are these girls doing this?
So, but is that what we've come to now, where it's seen as cheating if your thoughts are being read almost?
Yeah.
We live in a society we have huge domestic violence issues. We have huge family violence. We have huge sexual abuse. This isn't that.
No.
A guy having a cheeky look at a girl in a swimming costume isn't that. A guy looking at a girl on a beach isn't that. If it tips over into creepy, that's a different story to generally going to the gym and some guy giving you a quick look.
It's all anthropological. Really.
Well, it's been going on for millions and millions of years, and if this is going to upset you, then you're going to have to work on that. Not all guys are creeps by having a little look.
Exactly. And don't wear yoga pants. Just wear tracksuits.
And if you see Brendan Jones having a little looky look, it's just supporting your business.
What about you and your tracksuit pants with juicy on the back?
I wore that on the front.
Jam Nation.
Moving into the ground right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
That's a big like from me, and I don't care who knows about it. Oh, by the way, it's Pina Koala Cozies, not Pink Koala Cozies.
You're the worst salesman of all time. You couldn't even pronounce it then.
One of my daughter's friends has a bikini business.
Has a koala line.
Has a koala bikini business. And we were just talking before the news about liking pictures of people in bikinis. I want to support a business.
But you mispronounced the name of it.
Yeah, I know. I want to
say it again.
It's Pina Koala. It's hard to say. Pina Koala Cozies. Did we think about that? Pina Koala Cozies. Go and support her. She's a local. She's an Aussie. She's doing well.
Yeah, good on her.
Good on her. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
And you can go with $1,000. That's great, but we will tempt you to play for $2,000. One bonus question, but it's double or nothing.
We've got Ben in Artarmon.
Hello, Ben.
How you going?
Very well, thank you, Ben. You ready to start?
Let's do this.
Let's do this, Ben. 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass. We usually have time to come back, all right?
Yeah.
Ben, good luck, because here we go. Question number 1. What's the first meal of the day?
Breakfast.
Question 2. Socks are worn on which body part?
Feet.
Question 3. What do Australians call ketchup?
Tomato sauce.
Question 4. How many strings are on a ukulele?
4.
Question 5. True or false, Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday?
True.
Question 6. Who voices Shrek?
Mike Myers.
Question 7. Barry, Robin and Maurice are all brothers from which band?
Pass.
Question 8. Edamame is a type of what?
Bean.
Question 9. Genghis Khan was from which country?
Mongolia.
Question 10. Cinnamon is made from which part of the plant?
The leaf.
Oh, bugger.
Ben.
It's the bark.
That's the bark.
The bark.
Oh, Ben, you were doing so well. And Barry, Robin and Maurice, do you know what band they're in?
No.
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees.
Oh, you got what I thought were all the hard ones.
You were like a machine.
You were so good,
I
Ben.
thought I was going to have to put on my Pina Koala Cosy tempting pants.
Oh, Ben,
wow.
$100 for your groceries,
Ben,
and
man,
thank you.
That was thrilling. Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
I saw a very funny compilation of kids just having meltdowns and their parents saying why these toddlers were melting down. One woman shared her daughter in a supermarket in the aisle on the floor screaming because the mother wouldn't buy her some women's razors. Like this other one, kid's bawling, holding a pumpkin. I refused to switch the sun off so his pumpkin could light up. And then you get this irrational sort of stuff. Her daughter crying, she asked specifically for 2 M&Ms and I gave her 2 M&Ms. And another kid screaming, I wouldn't let her drink the chemicals under the sink.
Funny kids,
How
aren't they?
exhausting.
They're funny. My kids are all old now. But I remember when they were young, my daughter, she was a nut when she was young.
She was too. She was a
a
dervish.
nut.
She's the nicest woman now.
But she was, and I said to Helen the other day, I said, I miss Romany when she was young, but she was a fair dinkum nut.
Mm.
I remember one day she said to me, she said, and when you're 80, I'm going to come on your deathbed, I'm going to come up and say, sucked in. And I can't remember what I did wrong, but in my mind I've always imagined me as 80 and this middle-aged woman in her 60s coming up and saying, sucked in, for some slight. But that's not to say that the others have had some first world kids problems as well. I remember years ago when I was working radio in Brisbane, the radio station I worked at owned all the theme parks up there. And I was hosting, every now and then you go and host a movie like Space Jam or something at Movie World. So I say, go on guys, we're going to Movie World. And my eldest Morgan said, I'm not Movie World again.
Casual. Not Movie World again.
Go to that again. Can we go somewhere
some
else?
kids would give anything to go
We
to
go see
Movie
a
World.
Box Factory or something? A Movie World again?
Well, Jack was always prone to the meltdowns. Playing snakes and ladders with him was exhausting because if you go, oh no, here comes a ladder. And oh no, you go down the snake, don't you?
You go down the snake?
He would cry and cry and cry. It was an exhausting game. And he'd insist on building the flimsiest of Lego. And when you should take it to the shop and as you're crossing the street, it would all fall apart. You think, I told you this would happen. Remember that time he was obsessed with Kinder Surprises and he'd cry every time I went to the shop if he couldn't get a Kinder Surprise. I said, if you don't mention it, you can get one on Sunday. I said this on the Monday. So I went to the newsagent on the Sunday. He said, very loudly, can I say the C word now? I said, Kinder, it starts with a K. It starts with a K.
You damn fool.
Look, the tribal drum is going to beat for this. We've done first world problems before, but not first world problems, the kids edition.
First world problem.
Yeah.
Do you refuse to turn the sun off so that the pumpkin can glow?
Yeah.
What's
What
your
about
kid's
this?
first world problem?
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating First World Problems, the kids edition.
First world problem.
Some of these other ones I'm seeing here are great. I wouldn't let my daughter drink the chemicals under the sink, and there she is having a full-blown tantrum. I refused to switch the sun off so his pumpkin could light up.
Kids, eh?
Kids, eh?
Dasher has joined us.
Hello, Dasher.
Hello, Johnny and Mandy. How are you today?
Very
Good,
well,
thanks, mate.
thank you. What was the tantrum about? What was the first world problem?
My little daughter, she's 4 years old, and she went to stay with her auntie. She's a very strict lady. She came home to me. She said, look, I call this girl. She's my darling. She's my sweetheart, my beautiful little baby. She came home to me, and I said, hello, my darling. Hello, my sweetheart. How are you today? She says, Papa, you cannot call me sweetheart anymore. That is sexual harassment. It's very strange. The children in the 21st century, they have gone banana-rama, I tell you what. Her Baba started crying, her older brother started crying, and my wife, she cursed the house.
So it was her. It was the auntie that had put all these thoughts in her head.
Well, her auntie is only 25 years old. Yeah. She's going to school to study socialism.
Right.
Oh, here we go. So this is what we're living with, Dasher. This is the world.
Good luck, Dasher. Good luck.
Akira is with us.
Hi, Akira.
Morning. Morning, how are we?
Very well. What was the tantrum?
Well, we keep frozen pies in the house just as an emergency, a backup, whatnot, easy dinner. My son wants them cooked, but he doesn't want them hot and he doesn't want them cold. So he will chuck a tantrum every time because I have to heat up the pie to cook it and then he has to wait for it to cool back down.
Oh.
So that's like a 15-minute tantrum from when it goes out of the freezer into the microwave. I don't want it hot. I'm not making it hot, mate. I'm cooking it. And then he's got to wait for it to cool down. And it's every single time.
That is exhausting.
That's it. Just take him to the footy if you want a cold pie. An expensive cold pie. There you go, mate.
Love it. We'll take more of your calls after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Amazing. I think you like it. I believe this is going to be our finest hour.
Okay, smarty pants.
Show me what you got.
Hello there. The tribal drum has been beating First World Problems, the kids edition.
Does your kid have a meltdown because your shoes don't fit them? Here's a kid screaming because Daddy touched my balloon.
Remember all those years ago on Australia's Funniest Home Videos, that little kid, all she wanted to hear was Jimmy Barnes. Do you remember this?
No, when the wind
What do you want? Jimmy Barnes. Lover, lover.
Come to me.
Rock your
Wow.
When the wind
Even Jimmy Barnes kids don't say that. Okay, that's enough. Stop her. That's irritating.
She's about 28 now.
Yeah.
David has joined us.
Hello, David.
Morning, Josie. Morning, Amanda.
What was the first world problem?
A long time ago, my daughter's 16 now, but when she was nearly about three, we had to go to Benalla for a family wedding. And on the way down, as we come past Gunning and along there, where the wind farms are, my son, who's a couple of years older, says, "What are they for, Dad?" And me, just being me, I went,
they're the help turn the world around so we get day and night. And I got the roll of the eyes from the missus at the time, but we've gone down the wedding and we'll come back, and on the way back, they've noticed that there's a couple that weren't turning. And my daughter had the biggest meltdown because we weren't going to get day and night, and she wasn't going to be able to go to sleep. And I'm driving on the freeway, and I literally had to pull up and console her and said Daddy was joking about that because, yeah, she just thought we're not going to get night time now because they're not turning.
You brought that on yourself, David.
Only one person to blame, David. Just look in that mirror.
Thank you.
Reese has joined us.
Hi, Reese. What was the first world problem?
Hi, Jonesy, Amanda. Long time, first time. Look, my son just turned 2 about a week ago. And recently my wife had to travel for work and she was gone for 3 days, so I was on my own with him. And I was doing well, but of course, I had to use the toilet. So I'm trying to get him used to the idea of going to the toilet so we can ease him out of nappies into potty training.
Yeah.
And to help him along, I'm sort of saying, look, Daddy's done his poo now, so we've got to say bye-bye poo. And of course, that was just not on. So I let him watch and I flushed the toilet, and then he was just incredibly upset that I'd flushed the poo away, and he kept saying bye-bye poo through his tears, to the point where it was like a 15-minute meltdown.
Wow.
Because the poo had been sent away to Bondi. So,
how long did you have to wait till you could have another crack at it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the best thing was that later on that night, I could hear him in the monitor while I was in bed, and I could hear him talking in his sleep, and he kept saying, bye-bye poo, bye-bye poo.
That's great, Reese.
Thank you,
Kids,
Reese.
they're mental. Dave's joined us as well. Hello, Dave.
Hey, guys. How you going?
Good.
What was the tantrum, Dave?
So I work in schools, and quite a number of years ago, we had a real classic meltdown, and you have lots of these meltdowns in schools, and one of the typical ones is how do we get out of doing schoolwork? And I had this student that would suffer from seizures, and we introduced a task, and midway through the task, he started to have a seizure, and he would have these on call. And we would have the ambulance. We would have to call the ambulance, and the ambulance would come around and would evacuate the kids from the class. And the ambulance would get around the kid. And they would start making eye contact with us, saying that he's not actually having a seizure. He's just trying to get out of something. And they would take out a needle and they'd tell the kid, we're about to give you a needle. And then all of a sudden, his eyes pop open, he sits up, and he's okay. And then that's when the second meltdown kicks in, because then he's like, no, I was actually having a seizure. And it took us about 3 times. This happened about 3 to 4 times before it sunk into him that he can't pretend to have a seizure when he doesn't want to do his schoolwork.
Wow, that's extreme, isn't it? That's an extreme meltdown, is pretending to have a seizure.
You don't think about the little kids at school. Imagine like a high school kid doing that.
Wow. Dave, you're HSC. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, and the minute the needle comes out, I'm better, I'm better.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. Vivid, did it pass the pub test? Well, for me, I liked it. I went on the Captical cruise, took Mum for Mother's Day, and I took my wife and my daughter, and we went on the little Captical cruise.
Yeah, my son was on it. He loved it.
And Liam was on the same boat as me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cramp his style, though, so I kept well away.
But there's lots of people on it. It wasn't like there's just the two of you not looking at each other.
It's a big old boat.
But some people have said...
But I didn't walk around it old school.
Well, he also got off and walked around it and
did he?
said it was brilliant. Some people have complained this year, saying that the crowds were really big. Though looking at the paper today, they're saying that there weren't that many people there. I'm very confused. But the people who are complaining about the crowds are saying it just ruins it for me, the insane crowds. And other people are saying, well, that's the point. It's drawing people into the city. It's in our winter. This is what happens. It's the biggest light display like this in the Southern Hemisphere.
People were blowing up about the no drone show. There wasn't enough notice, but I would put it to you, if you said, say at 6 o'clock at night, there's not going to be a drone show at 9 o'clock, you'd be going, oh, hang on, you panicky pants. Let's see how the weather plays.
Yeah. And also it's free, and while you're there, there's a whole lot of other stuff you can look at and things to do. This is like Europe. At this time of year, it's completely chockers, and you may not like it, but that's how it goes. Someone here has said, I'd rather take a dump in my hands and clap than be amongst this. Talking about the crowds. Come on. What do you want? Stay home then. Stay home.
Okay.
People will whinge about anything.
It's true.
But a lot of people did find things they wanted to whinge about this year, and maybe it's fair enough. What do you think? Let's do it. Vivid's over for another year. Did it pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
From the Daily Oz, she is the editor, Emma Gillespie.
Hello. Well, Kate is back. Princess Catherine, her first public royal duty since her cancer diagnosis. Did we see the images? Mm-hmm. Beautiful Kate on the balcony. We had the Trooping the Colour over the weekend, which is the King's birthday weekend, sort of big display of pageantry, a military parade. But it was the Princess of Wales' first public appearance since that diagnosis earlier this year. She appeared in public last in December. Then there was the whole rigmarole and controversy and conspiracies over where she'd gone, what had happened to her after that stomach surgery. She disclosed in March that she was undergoing chemo. And this is actually the first time that both senior royals in the British royal family, Charles and Catherine, have been seen alongside each other because, of course, he's dealing with his own cancer diagnosis. So the response has been, largely that this was a show of stability by the monarchy, lots of fanfare, lots of crowds applauding.
The crowds love seeing Kate
they loved seeing her, and she did look really well. It has to be said, she was glowing.
She said she's still not out of the woods. It's preemptive chemo, she has said.
Yes.
What does that mean?
We still don't know very much about her diagnosis. Kensington Palace haven't said what type of cancer it is. And you're right, Amanda, when she was public with the diagnosis, it was just that it was preventative chemotherapy. That's all we know, and that she had a stomach surgery. So very, very vague on the details, and I don't think we'll be getting any specifics for a long time to come.
Does this mean she's back on the royal circuit?
Well, she did warn that she's not out of the woods. So there was a statement on Friday ahead of this parade that she was participating in, sort of giving an update. She said, I'm making good progress, but as anyone going through chemo will know, there are good days and bad days. I'm not out of the woods yet. She sort of flagged that, while she was going to be participating this weekend in royal duties, it wasn't necessarily a return to form. So she's not going to be hitting the ground running again, but maybe we'll start to see a little bit more of her.
I think people were relieved just to see how well she was doing.
Exactly.
I saw that the Daily Telegraph, or the Telegraph in England, wrote an article that said, when lesser mortals would have stayed at home, Catherine proved that the show goes on. And people have reacted very badly to that. People are saying, I had to get 3 trains to hospital to have my chemo, which I pay for. 6 months of misery. I worked every night. I hope Kate makes a speedy recovery, but lesser mortals, how dare you? And someone else saying, I'm going through chemo, still working, parenting, doing the housework, making the tea. I'm sick, I'm in pain, worried about finances. I'm glad Kate felt well enough to attend, but that journalist can beep right off.
I think when you use terms like that.
Yes, and Kate would have hated that, I'd imagine.
Oh, I'm sure
she's now relating hugely to everyone who's going through a similar ordeal.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to maybe the problematic nature of the palace being so private on the details. I completely understand. She's a mum, she's got her family, she's living her life, she's going through something horrific. I understand why they don't want to tell us the ins and outs, but at the same time, if you're going to compare her to, everybody else in the world who's dealing with unthinkable treatments, when we don't know the specifics and that she is sort of reappearing and looking so well, she looked beautiful. And, of course, she's got a whole team around her who help her look that gorgeous.
Save it for, lesser mortals when they come to work with a hangover.
Yeah.
That's, lesser mortals.
No one applauds us, Brendan.
I showed up today.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if that might make people feel a little bit better. If, you're going through chemo and thinking, God, I couldn't do what she's doing. But if you knew her treatment or what the diagnosis was. If you're working in a
box factory, or you're working on a building site and you're getting chemo treatment, I would imagine it's quite easy to cut a ribbon as opposed to lay a thing of bricks or something.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens next with her treatment, whether we hear any details or not. But I think that outpouring would exactly have upset Kate to see that commentary has emerged. Charles, on the other hand, is also being treated for an undisclosed form of cancer. He looked well, but I think he looks like he's aged a lot in the last 6 months.
I feel for him. His mum kind of chopped him off at the knees because her waiting till she passed away said that she didn't trust him, even though that may not be the truth. That's how it's played out. So he's come into the role of his life as a man who's nearly 80.
What a pain. That's the worst thing. I've been waiting for this for years.
Yeah, waiting 70 plus years
and now
to do the thing he was born to do. He travelled in a carriage. Normally when he does this Trooping the Colour birthday weekend thing, he's on a horse. He was on a horse last year, but he was in a carriage this year. So we're not really sure how he's going, but he's eased back into more public duties. He attended the 80th anniversary D-Day.
How's his fingers going? That's the thing. If it's finger watch.
I did zoom in on the
They're
fingers.
all right?
They looked all right.
Okay, so then I think that's the...
Dare I say they looked a little less swollen, a little
less sausagey.
A little less chorizo than normal, which has to be a good sign.
Chorizo watch happening now. Em, thank you.
Thank you.
Check her out at the Daily Oz.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore. Bring out the bloody beer.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Vivid is over for another year. Did it pass the pub test? I was one of those who used to sneer at Vivid. Remember, I used to sneer? And then I'd be inadvertently going to Vivid. I'd be at a boozy lunch and then all of a sudden I'd be stuck in the middle of Vivid. And I thought,
you just were imagining that you saw lights. It was 3
It was
p.m.
pretty vivid. And my mother said to me for Mother's Day, she said, Brendan, I would like to go to Vivid on one of those capital
What did she sound like, Max Rowley?
And I said, sure, Mum. So we went along on Saturday night and I thought it was pretty good. I was oohing and ahhing at the lights.
There have been complaints about how much the food is, $8.50 for a sausage, bread and a few bits of onion, people have said. Other people complaining about how crowded it is. It is the Southern Hemisphere's largest festival of light music ideas.
Oh, yeah, but who else is in the Southern Hemisphere? You got
New Zealand.
And Antarctica.
Is Singapore? They have big...
Singapore's not in the Southern Hemisphere.
Isn't it?
Get a globe out.
Get a globe out.
If they do
Unless
exist.
the Earth's flat. But, you know, Europe's the same. You go to great places, it's going to be crowded. We can't just have this big thing in our city and want to be the only people that go there.
Well, I liked it.
What did you think? Vivid, did it pass the pub test?
Vivid didn't pass the pub test for me. Because on Friday night we were on a harbour cruise and there was a disco on the harbour cruise and no commentary about Vivid, nothing about Vivid. We had no idea about anything to do with Vivid and that's why we went on the harbour cruise. It was really bad.
We loved it. We got off at Wynyard, done the walk, all the way around to Wynyard again. We got the food and wasn't that many people and we enjoyed it.
We got stuck the first weekend of Vivid on a harbour cruise. They told us after we left the dock that the Vivid wasn't on, so we had an hour and a half cruise to nowhere in a Black Harbour. I don't mind it not being on, but they need to tell us first that it's not going to be on.
I went on the Sunday. Unfortunately, there was a big gap around from Barangaroo around to the Harbour Bridge where there used to be a lot of lights and there was very little. Some candles, battery-lit candles, that half of the batteries had gone flat.
I think Vivid has got too greedy money-wise, charging people to get into the botanical gardens, which had the flow-on effect of overcrowding the foreshore. So I think they need to look at that and spread it out a bit more, back up Macquarie Street, put the lights back up there and, give people more activity throughout the city, not just in the foreshore.
We really loved meeting Jonesy on the cruise on Saturday night. We had a few drinks with Jonesy. I must admit, though, whilst Jonesy was the highlight, the Lightscape install that we saw down in the Botanical Gardens was really average compared to the same installation in Brisbane. But other than that, it was really, really good.
Well, Brendan, on the flirt with your mum. She said we had a few drinks and giggled. It sounds like there'd been
a lovely couple. And they were going to buy me a drink. I said, don't buy me a drink. Come on, don't do that.
How many did they buy you?
If you insist.
Well, I'm glad you had a nice time.
It's a great night.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
So, yes, you're right, Brendan. My husband is obsessed with watching. They're not security cameras. They're just webcams, I guess,
from all around the world.
So
I love watching that.
And he'll say to me, look, they've updated the one in Cairo.
Well, hang on. You didn't tell me about that.
Everyone who comes over to see a snippet goes home and becomes obsessed with it.
And now when I walk around our fair city, I'm always looking at the camera, just, sucking my gut in, doing a bit of, just owning the space.
Right. Wildlife that people are watching. But he was watching something yesterday morning and I thought, oh, what's this now? And then I too was glued. Have you heard of Brave Wilderness? This is a guy, I think his name is Coyote, and he gets stung by things so that you don't have to. So the episode I was watching yesterday, it's on YouTube, funnily enough.
Of course.
So this was maybe a couple of episodes cobbled together, I'm not sure. But he got deliberately bitten by an enormous carpenter bee. And when I say a bee, this thing was bigger. It was the size of a matchbox, maybe even bigger. This giant, black, aggressive bee that he struggled to actually put in a jar. It was so aggressive and so massive, and its sting is otherworldly. Here he is being bitten by the carpenter bee.
Yes, that is a really big and black carpenter bee. Oh my goodness, that is a super intimidating bee. And yes, they absolutely sting. It's time to go arm to stinger to find out just how painful it really is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, yeah, wow. Oh, that's burning.
Okay.
You know, the stonefish. This is this big, it looks like a groper.
It's like a fugu? Is that from The Simpsons? Fugu me.
Well, this thing has these spikes, and it was horrific to see them close up, because what happens when you stand on one, all these spikes go into your foot and this stuff oozes out. So he put a bit of neoprene, like wetsuit material, over the top and pushed down, and you just saw the spikes come out and this venom just ooze out. So he, of course, decided he was going to be stung on the hand by one of these. So he puts his hand in next to the stonefish and spikes himself on it.
Right now, we are searching these tide pools off the coast of Eastern Australia for the most toxic fish on the planet. The stonefish is notorious for having the most painful sting in all of nature. And today, I'm going to get stung by a stonefish. 1, 2, 3. I already feel a burn. It's like a different magnitude of pain. Oh, and it is hot. It's like closing my hand is becoming hard.
Then he decided to try out a fireworm.
Right.
It looks like a caterpillar, but when it's threatened, it has all these white quills that get stuck into your arm or your foot or wherever you find yourself being bitten by it. And apparently it is one of the most exquisite pains ever.
All right, guys, in this video, I am going to take on the sting of the fireworm. Now, the sting from this venomous worm is horrible. We're talking searing pain, massive swelling, and even long-term skin damage. So for me, this is going to be a really bad day. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that burns. Oh, I got stung really bad. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, gosh. Mark, are you okay? Oh, it's bad, dude. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Then he got a man of war, and he wanted to do an experiment. And I don't know if it's the same as a blue bottle. I know man of war is blue bottle to the power of 100. But he stung himself twice, one near the wrist and one near the elbow, because he wanted to see which technique was better, spraying vinegar on it or spraying pee, as he says. I don't know whether it was his own or not, because he kept complaining about, this stinks. So he sprayed vinegar on one, wee on the other. And what he ascertained, and this is a lesson, I guess, if you're being stung by a blue bottle, get a credit card or a card or something and scrape the sting off the surface, and then don't wee on yourself, use vinegar.
Was Bear Grylls waiting in the wings?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
I'm
slip
a bit parched.
He had a cocktail umbrella ready to pop it in there.
Well,
you know, and you think hosting Tipping Point would be hard.
I find out that Osher Ginsburg's hosting it. Jam Nation. I love the letters to the editor section in the newspaper. You ever read that?
Yes, I like it too. It's like our Ghoulies hotline.
Yeah, and you just get a gauge, some perspective of what's going on in the world. This letter caught my attention. Our landmark bridge deserves better, under the heading. This is from Cole Barry of Padstow. I've seen the coat hanger sitting there since 2 years after I was born. Okay, since the day I could see. And every time I see it on television, this is how I imagine that Cole would speak, by the way. He'd be sort of throw around one of those, character sort of blokes. I see it lost in a cityscape of buildings. It needs to stand out. Therefore, it needs to be painted a different colour. I know the government has a forever contract with the paint company. I think Cole's a bit of a conspiracist. But it needs to be done. If you view a shot of the harbour from the west, the first thing you see is the Opera House. The bridge is one of the most famous in the world. I don't know why I've turned into Sid Halen, but it's going that way. People from all over the world come to see it. Please give them something to remember.
I'm looking at it now. It's a different colour grey to the buildings. And also, most bridges in the world are grey, aren't they?
Well, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, Amanda, was originally, that colour was the undercoat, but the people of San Francisco said, we like that colour. Let's stick with that.
The only way you can resolve this is to paint it like a rainbow, so everyone's favourite colour's in it. No one will be upset at the rainbow.
I tell you what, someone ring up Ray Hadley and get on to
Say that they're painting the Harbour Bridge rainbow colours.
These wokies want to change the Harbour Bridge to rainbow.
Take pride.
I like it as, I'm looking at it now. It's a marvellous piece of infrastructure. Great foresight. It needs to be grey. That's it.
Well, let's do a whip poll on it. Do you want to change the colour? And if so, what colour would you like to see?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm only going to say it once.
The ultimate snapshot of the vibe of our city is the whip poll today, thanks to Cole of Padstow. Change the colour of the Harbour Bridge. If so, what colour? I'm saying keep it the same. I like grey.
I'm going to say rainbow because no one ever complains about a rainbow.
Give us a call, 13 WSFM. Yvonne has joined us. Hello, Yvonne.
Hello, how are you?
What colour would you like to see the Harbour Bridge?
I think probably, I heard someone say duck egg blue. I think that's probably close enough to grey to keep Jonesy happy, but still keep blue for New South Wales.
Blue for New South Wales.
Yvonne, thank
and
you.
keeping me happy. Good work. Brad has joined us.
Brad, what colour?
What about political teal?
Yes, political teal.
Bianca's with us.
Bianca, what colour would you like to see the bridge?
I think we just keep it the same colour it is.
Okay,
Well done,
thank
Bianca.
you. Katie's in Moore Park. Katie, what colour would you like the bridge to be?
Look, I think keep the original, but like they do for Vivid, why don't we have changing colours based on what's happening? Blue for State of Origin, green and gold for the Socceroos and Matildas. Make it alternating.
Actually, I like that idea.
Kind of expensive, Katie, I'd imagine. I'm not saying no, but just change
Mr. Money Pincher over
at
here,
the
like it's
moment-
you.
At the moment, it costs 30,000 litres of paint. And did you also know, right now, this year, you might have noticed big rust patches on the Harbour Bridge, they're sandblasting it because they're going to strip it all back to bare metal. It's got to go and get a pink slip and get through Rego.
We're still allowed to drive across it during all of that?
Yes, of course, but they're stripping it all back. This is the first time it's ever been stripped back completely.
Really? Well, maybe now's the time to paint it.
Exactly. Greg?
What colour would you like, Greg?
Yeah, I'm with you, Jonesy. I'd still like it grey, and the New Year's Eve light up of the crackers, that's enough for me.
You want to light up your crackers? Thank you, Greg.
Margaret, you sell tickets to that. Margaret's joined us.
How about you, Margaret? What colour?
Definitely not teal, but a good shade of blue for blue sky across Sydney and go New South Wales blue just to rub it into Queensland.
All
Fair
right.
enough, Margaret.
So a spite colour. I like it.
Tash.
Hello,
You
Tash.
be the final one on this.
What colour, Tash?
It's Cass, C-A-S-S, but thanks for that.
Okay, Cass. Sorry, Cass.
No, I'm with you, Jonesy. Keep it grey. The whole point of the harbour is that sparkling blue water. Don't take away from that.
Okay.
See, there's a lot of... It's like going to, a Kardashian. There's a lot of people in our harbour city. You got the Opera House, then you got the Harbour Bridge. You got Barangaroo. Look at me, look at me.
So it's all the Kardashians.
Yeah, all the Kardashians.
Well, like the Spice Girls, there's something for everybody.
There's something for everyone. That's our fair city. Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, look, let me tell you the story about a man named Alexander Morris. Do you know him, Brendan?
I thought you were going to say, let me tell you a story about a man named Jed.
No, this man, Alexander Morris, he is a member of the Four Tops. He's only a relatively recent member. I think it's like Skippy. They're slightly interchangeable.
Yeah, it's like the Drifters or the Pips.
Yeah.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
They've got enormous appeal.
They did.
Thanks for enjoying my pun.
You know.
Anyway, he went to hospital to receive medical treatment. He went to the emergency room by ambulance. He said he had difficulty breathing and had to be put on oxygen. He then told a nurse and a security guard that he was a member of the Four Tops and he was concerned about stalkers and fans.
Right.
Wow.
Just for argument's sake, what's some of the Four Tops work?
Oh, these ones.
Yep.
And this one.
Yep.
And this one. And they also had this one. Actually, you've left out this one. And this one. That's the work of the Four Tops.
A lot of people said they were repetitive. I can't see it.
No. So he goes to the hospital and he said, look, I'm having a heart attack, whatever's going on here, but I need you to
And he
protect
was
me because
worried.
of stalkers and fans.
He's kind of a big deal.
And you know what they did?
What did they do?
They put him in a straitjacket and took away his belongings. He was ignored for a while.
Right.
He asked for the restraint jacket to be taken off and for his belongings to be returned to go to the hospital. But they told him he couldn't leave, and security guards surrounded the area to make sure he didn't leave. They thought he was completely psychotic. His wife arrived at the hospital, and he told her that they thought he was delusional. She's also told the security guard he was a member of the Motown group. Finally, he asked for his phone so he could show her a video of himself performing at the Grammy Awards.
Google himself at the Grammys.
Upon realising who he was, this is a great quote, the emergency room doctor returned and said he was cancelling the psychological evaluation. So he was offered, they all said sorry, because he was restrained for about an hour and a half. He was offered a $25 voucher as an apology, but he's suing them for dehumanisation discrimination that he faced. But he said he was treated like he was mentally ill once he told staff he was in the band.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to him getting back on the road for that ginormous back catalogue.
He obviously didn't get a heart attack from overwork.
What's the other one? Play us your hits.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
$20,000 cash thanks to Heron Forbes Machinery House. That's what you'll win if you're our favourite ghoulie of the year.
What have we got?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. What gets my ghoulies is my husband has a guide dog. He had no vision. The dog is for him to get out and see the world. But people think that they can just come and talk to the dog. No, you can't talk to the dog. The dog is out there working. So please, don't talk to the dog. Don't pat the dog. Just keep walking.
It's true. Working dogs, you don't talk to them. Working girls, don't talk to them either.
Don't pat them either. What else have we got?
Trouble at home.
What gets my ghoulies are people that fart in lifts. There is nothing worse than jumping into an empty lift that has someone's fart lingering. Yeah, it's disgusting, it's gross, and that's what gets my ghoulies.
And then it all stops to 16th floor and you're in there by yourself.
Who lets them go in a lift? Why are you looking at me like that? You. Is it you?
I always blame you. I go, Amanda was just in here.
It's never me.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you can contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend gets overnight accommodation in a signature deluxe room with sparkling wine, complimentary minibar and Wi-Fi at the Grace Hotel. This is a beautiful Art Deco hotel right in the heart of the Sydney CBD.
I can see it from here. There it is.
It's beautiful.
Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and keyring for you as well.
I saw a great compilation of kids having absolute meltdowns over nothing, not being able to drink all the contents from under the sink. One of the kids said, Mum, turn the sun off because I want my pumpkin to light up. You know, ridiculous.
The Tribal Drum was beating for First World Problems, the kids edition.
Here is Dasha from Redfern.
My little daughter, she's 4 years old, and she went to stay with her auntie. She's a very strict lady. Look, I call this girl, she's my darling. She's my sweetheart, my beautiful little baby. She came home to me, and I said, hello, my darling. Hello, my sweetheart. How are you today? She says, Papa, you cannot call me sweetheart anymore. That is sexual harassment. Oh, it's very strange. The children in the 21st century, they have gone bananarama, I tell you what.
They've gone
I thought they were
bananarama.
leaning towards the Go-Go's, but no, it is. They're all bananaramas.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Ugly Phil's next with WSFM's Total Recall. All the stuff, well, some of the stuff that didn't make it on today's show will be on our Jonesy and Amanda Cutting Room Floor podcast.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.